Welcome back, I'm Multeyemeteor. This is Duels of the Planeswalkers 2014 modded for greatness. This time around we are playing Blood Revan's Shadows of the Wastes deck, which is Dimir-colored, or blue-black if you prefer that. It has 40 cards that you can card in or side in if you want to. Let's take a look at the cost first. All right. Anyways, straight off the bat, it has 20 regular basic lands, and then it goes against my better judgment of adding illegal lands, so that's kind of annoying. Anyways, it has 2 underground seas. You're able to bring in 1 more. You have a Shelldock Isle, which is a card that I showed in, let's see, in a different deck called Replenish, made by Sumomole, and it is basically hideaway. Basically means that, as far as I can remember, it's the top 4 cards of your library. You get to choose a spell among them or a card among them. I'm not sure if it's spell or just card. You exile it, put it underneath Shelldock Isle, and when you meet the condition in the bottom part of the card, you are able to play this for 1 mana and tap this particular land, Shelldock Isle being the land in this case. So in this case, the condition is, wait a second, maybe it was in maybe it was in Tide of Mind. Yeah, that might be it. Anyways, in this case, it's if your opponent has 20 or fewer cards in it. So I'm guessing there's some milling going on in this deck or something to that effect. So we're probably in Dimir territory. Aside from land, we have 3 Fume Spitters. We have, which those of you who just got into Duels of the Planeswalkers 2014 might not be familiar with, but it was in Obedient Dead in the Obedient Dead deck of 2013. Here you go. Basically a stall card that takes care of the early drops. You have Dimir Guildmage, which is pretty decent. It's also in Masks of the Dimir, and it was also in Rogue's Gallery last year. You have a couple of Phantasmal Images. You have Recurring Nightmare, which I don't think I know. It's an enchantment, 3 cost, sacrifice a creature, return Recurring Nightmare to its owner's hand, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. Look at that card art. That's so old school, but so nasty. Who would like to wake up to that? Anyways, Blue Sun Zenith. Target player draws X cards. Shuffle Blue Sun Zenith into its owner's library. Might be a little lower costed. It is, of course, an instant, and at some point in during the game, it starts being worth it. But I think what kind of makes it. Hold on for a second. Have to close down my outlook here. What kind of makes it worth it, I guess, is the thinking from some people, is that you shuffle it into your or the Blue Sun Zenith is shuffled into your library back when you use it, and you get to target, like you get to choose if it's you or a target player who draws that many cards. So I guess that could be some kind of combo that makes it worth it. Then you have a couple of murders, the removal that the Dimir decks, the default Dimir decks desperately needs. You have Evil Twin, which is an awesome clone. It's a clone that that's able to kill its original, so that's really cool, especially against decks running multiples of certain creatures. Of course, that makes you that usually puts you in a mind state where you're thinking that perhaps I shouldn't copy the creature that I really want, but the creature that I want to get rid of, and especially if there's multiple copies of that creature. But that's fine. It makes it a little bit different and flavorful from the regular clone. You also have a couple of clones, so there's that problem taken care of. You have a couple of Jusam Jin. At the beginning of your upkeep, Jusam Jin deals 1 damage to you. So that is kind of like Moroi, except that it's bigger and it doesn't have flying. So, which is better? I would lean towards Moroi. Then you have Core Lash, Heir to the Black Blade. You have 3 of those. It's a star for 4. Core Lash, Heir to the Black Blade's power and toughness are equal to the number of swamps you control, and it has Regenerate for 2, and it has Grandeur. Discard another card named Core Lash, Heir to the Black Blade. Search your library for up to 2 swamp cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. So there's that. It's an interesting effect. It'll be interesting to see how it actually works in this deck. Faceless Butcher, 4 cost, 2/3. When Faceless Butcher enters the battlefield, exile target creature other than Faceless Butcher. When Faceless Butcher leaves the battlefield, return the exile card to the battlefield under its owner's control. So you have 4 of those. You have Nightmare Lash, which is very fitting, I guess. Since you have more swamps than islands. You have Rite of Replication, you have Mutilate, you have Chainer Dementia Master, 5 cost legendary creature human minion, 3/3. Nightmare creatures get +1/+1. Wow, that's pretty good with Nightmare, I guess. 3 costs, for 3 and pay 3 life, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is black and is a nightmare. In addition to its other creature types. When Chainer Dementia Master leaves the battlefield, exile all nightmares. That's really insane. So you actually get to steal your opponent's creatures and pump them. Nice. Followed Footsteps. You have 2 Horror of Horror, sacrifice a swamp, regenerate target black creature. Not too big a fan. Diabolic Revelation. It's very expensive. It's 5 plus X. Search your library for up to X cards and put those cards into your hand, then shuffle your library. But perhaps that's a fitting cost. It's very expensive though. Geralf's Mind Crusher. It's a 6 cost zombie, blue zombie. When Geralf's Mind Crusher enters the battlefield, target player puts the top 5 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard, and it has Undying. Wow. You could use a couple of those, even though it's expensive. Then you have 2 Nightmares. You have Avatar of Woe. And you have Demon of Death's Gate. 9 cost. Whoa. So 9/9. You may pay 6 life and sacrifice 3 black creatures rather than pay Demon of Death's Gate's mana cost, flying and trample. Wow. Okay. Then you have Artisan of Kozilek. Very fitting. So that's the first time I've seen an Eldrazi in Duels of the Planeswalkers in any kind of build that was that drew upon something different from green mana. So very interesting. Anyways, in the sideboard you have 40 cards. So you have Underground Sea, you have Fume Spitter, you have Phantasmal Image, like an extra copy of each of those. You have Counter Squall, you have 2 of those, which is counter target non-creature spell. Its controller loses 2 life. Very decent card. You have a couple of Consume Spirit, very nice. You have Lord of the Undead, the old school zombie lord, which is nice. I guess it's really good with this guy. And it is, do we even have more? Oh, these are nightmares as well. It's good with Core Lash, I guess. But I guess that is about it, unless, nope. And these are, oh, these are horrors, not nightmares. All right, you have 3 Ghoul Races. I don't really see the purpose so far. You have a couple of Recurring Nightmares. You have another Blue Sun Zenith. You have a Murder. You have Evil Twin. You have another one of those. You have 2 Moroi, so you can side those in instead of the Jusam Jean. You have another clone. You have Liliana's Reaver, which is awesome. You have another Jusam Jean. You have another Core Lash, Heir to the Black Blade. You have you have 2 Abattoir Ghoul. A guy which I, for some reason, recently thought was called the Butcher Ghoul, for no reason at all. Well, except that he looks like a butcher. And you have Nightmare Lash, another one of those. You have another Body Double. You have another Chainer Dementia Master. Have a Dire Undercurrents, which is really good. It's just too slow, perhaps, but this deck is a bit slow, so yeah. You have a followed footsteps here. You have a beacon of unrest, which is really good. You have another Giraffe's Mind Crusher, which I would definitely side in if I wasn't playing the default version of the deck. You have a Grave Titan. You have a another Nightmare. You have a Wind Reader Sphinx, which is awesome with all the flying creatures, especially if you're running a lot of those. You have a Mind Leech Mass, which is pretty good if you have a lot of mana to spare. If you don't, not too good. Avatar of Will is awesome if your opponent is cardless in terms of his hand. You have a Griselbrand, which is, you know, just insane, but expensive. You have an Avatar of Woe, you have an Eldrazi Conscription, and you have a Hypnox, which is an 11 cost. Whoa, Nightmare, 8/8, and whenever it enters the battlefield, you cast. If you cast it from your hand, exile all cards from target opponent's hand, and when it leaves the battlefield, return the exiled cards to the owner's hand. So, yeah. Ever felt like you needed insane cards and creatures in a deck? Well, here you go. Let's try it out. I think it would be fitting to play against the Masks of the Dimir, but I'm kind of thinking that perhaps Masks of the Dimir would be a bit slow. Let's try against Deadwalkers and see how that goes. All right. Okay, let's keep it. Shelldog Isle. Really? Okay. Well, a one-cost murder is not bad. I really like that card. I really, really like that card. Alright, let's get the Guild Mage down. And hopefully won't have anything that will kill my Guild Mage until I get to use him for what's... Huh. Butcher Ghoul. There we go. There we go. I'm guessing swing in there because not much else to do. Uh-huh. I'm kind of thinking that Core Lash should be the next guy to hit the table. Either that or the Faceless Butcher. Alright. Nope, not right now, but soon, my friend. We're going to let the Mind Crusher hit the table. See, here's the question. No, I'm gonna let Core Lash hit the table. Because I'm probably gonna be drawing more swamps, so... Soul Bleed! That's so unimpressive that it's unimpressive just all over again. Yeah, I don't feel like wasting a murder on it, so let's take something away from him. This guy, perhaps? No. No, I'm gonna force him to... I'm gonna force him to chomp if he wants to not take 4 damage, but he thought it was a worthy trade, the 4 life for keeping his creature, and more power to him. For some reason Oh, another one. Great. Awesome. Well, it's actually not that bad. What's going on here? Whoa. Okay. Not sure what that was about. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm sure what that was. Soul bleed. I see. Yeah. I can cast this now. All right. Very good. Very good. So swing in with this guy if he wants to avoid taking the damage. Nope, he does not. So that's perfectly fine. And there you go. No black cat, no grave crawler, you son of a bitch, and a grave titan. Okay. Damn it. Well, at least the grave crawler can't block, so there's that. Black cat. Okay. So it's definitely annoying. Okay. That's not bad. Alright, first of all, I'm going to swing in. And then we can see. He's probably gonna block with a black cat. Yeah. So, here's the thing. Nope, it's fine. It's fine. I hope we lose the Diabolic Revelations. Yes, very good. Very, very good. And do I want to play a Rite of Replication? He could have Mutilate, who knows? But that's not relevant now, no. Let's force him to discard a card instead. There you go. Okay. Get your walking corpse back. That's fine. Just gonna take it. Just gonna take the damage, and I'll be down to 8 this turn. So no, I don't win just yet, but it's close. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to swing in with these two guys. Then we're going to Rites of Replicate this guy. You. It's 20 or less in the library, right? Yeah. Alright. And then when he swings, well, he's not gonna swing in now because I have this thing. Okay. Doomblade what? Oh, that's fine. That's great. Bring it back, for fuck's sake. That was what I was gonna do. What do we have here? Flashback Marauder, another Doomblade. Awesome. Good. No, not so good. Alright. Swing in. Down, down, down. Yes, 3 blockers, and they kind of have to block 1 each. But they won't? Why? Doomblade. Alright, I see. I I see. I see your trickery. Is he going to swing in? He probably is. Just gonna kill my own guy here. Undying? Undying? No undying? That's weird. Why didn't it have undying? Is that how it works with tokens? Huh. It's good to know. That is good to know. Well, this turned around quickly. Okay. Hold on. You. And I'm dead, for fuck's sake. I did not know that Undying didn't work on tokens. I did not know that. That's fucking annoying. That is really, really, really annoying. Fuck you. Alright, let me redo this match. Alright, so this is actually the 4th game that I'm playing against the Deadwalkers, and I keep getting my face bashed in by just vanilla Deadwalkers. This deck is not consistent enough. It's too slow. Some of the cards in it, for example, Horror of Horrors, is awful. You don't need it. You have absolutely no use for it. It works against other cards in your deck, like Nightmare and other stuff. So yeah, it is. It's a little wonky, to say it mildly, especially against a deck that just spits out weenies. Alright, let's see if he wants to buff up his guy. Or else I'm just gonna be taking 2, I guess. Or 1, that is. Alright. Here we go. I'm going to kill it. Because normally I wouldn't waste a murder on this guy, but I don't really have... Like, this deck doesn't really have any good answers for it otherwise, so... Yikes. Oh, man. Well, okay, I drew the 1 answer for that card. Okay. Alright, so this might actually be a pretty decent start, except that I have Horror of Horrors, which is just horrible. Okay, steal that, take away your options, at least a little bit. And I'm dreading what he's going to play now. Abattoir Ghoul, alright, it's not too bad. Especially considering that I'm probably gonna be taking it away from him. So I can swing in for 5, which makes me quite a bit faster than him. No, I can't because I'm not taking away. Ooh, this is much better. Let's do this. You better not have a kill spell, or else I'll fucking rip your eyes out, you stupid... You stupid AI. This might be my 1 chance to win, if he doesn't have one of those life gain staffs. Nope. Oh, that is good. That is so good. Swing in. Would have been better to draw an island, to be honest, because a second one would be even better. But who can afford to be picky these days? I'm thinking this guy because I can still block and kill his Bloodghast, and I don't expect this game to go on for too long. Then again, you never know. Don't kill my guy. Nightmare, huh? Well, my guy has trample, so I don't care. Ooh, even better. Alright. So this is my first win with this deck against Deadwalkers, so that should tell you something. Like you saw, I got like the perfect start, more or less. I drew all the cards that I needed, and then this deck really works out. But I'm not gonna hate on this deck, because I think you have the option of building it with 40 extra cards, and there are definitely a lot of fillers that you can take out, definitely a lot of good cards that you can side in, so that gives you some really nice options, and I think that makes this deck potentially pretty good. So yeah, I don't know, like the default deck, not too good. The the possibilities in this deck with the extra cards are great, I would say. So check it out for yourself. This was Shadows of the Wastes, made by Blood Revan. Hope you enjoyed. I'm Multeyemeteor. Later!